What is up, YouTubers? It's 3FamilyMan360 here, coming to you with another episode of Dreamcasting. That's right. And let me tell you, I've reeled in a bunch today. Alright, so these are some PAL games. What you're about to see is $550 all in. I know it's a lot of money, but it's a US seller. So I was thrilled to get it. And his first bit he seemed to think was really good. Uh, I'm actually kind of keen to trade them on, and I'm not going to count them in my official total. But first up, we have these are all going to be like promotional copies. So it's the retail version of the game, just with none of the bits. So we got a copy of Crazy Taxi there, uh, Fighting Force 2, Fighting Vipers 2, Formula One Grand Prix, Jet Set Radio, Le Mans 24 Hour, another copy of Le Mans 24 Hour, MDK2, MRS Opal Challenge, NBA 2K, Fantasy Star Online has the little code book there for using it online. It's a copy of Power Stone, Quake 3 Arena, Rayman 2, Rush 2049, Shenmue Disc 1. I'm not sure if all 4 discs were ever released in this form. And we have Silent Scope, Soul Reaver, Soul Calibur, Sword of the Berserk, Tony Hawk's Skateboarding, UEFA Striker, Ultimate Fighting Championship or UFC, V-Rally 2, Virtual Striker 2, and it looks like the last one of these is Wacky Races. So I'm keen to trade those along. Hopefully somebody would be interested in those. Be happy with trading for other Dreamcast games or whatnot. I really try and trade for Dreamcast, but definitely those are all up for grabs. Alright, and I'm going to try and stay virtually alphabetical, although I will skip. This is the only sealed game I think I got, which was Phantasy Star Online version 2. I believe this is. I believe it's version 2. And then I also got the full version of Shenmue 2. All 4 discs. All the discs are in great shape. And this copy of Virtual Athlete 2K, he threw it in. I guess there was a little issue with the shipping, so he threw a few things in. It's got the Ready to Rumble 2 boxing in it, but I believe it has the manual for. Yeah, it has the manual for Virtual Athlete. So, and while I've got a manual out for the US viewers here, oh my goodness, what a manual. But I think they're so large because they're in 2 and sometimes 3 languages. So that's why they kind of have these like dual cases. And then we also got a copy of Deadly Skies. This one's missing the manual, and it's the only one missing the manual, but it does have the disc. And again, for the US viewers, is something I've learned. This front cover is just essentially like a piece of paper. I mean, there's nothing on the other side. It's not like the American version where that's the manual. Also, it'll come up in a later one. These in labels are they're bent up paper. So if it got laid flat at one point, they don't like to stand up straight. So, and then last but not least, on the not quite counting countings, I got a copy of Crazy Taxi, but again, this is the promo disc version. So it's a full retail game, but it's a promo disc. So I'm not going to count this technically in the collection just yet. And I also got some really cool replacement cases. Is the teeth go bad in these? The cases crack. So it's nice to have some replacement cases. So happy to have those. All right, now on to the games. And I tried to put them in alphabetical order. We'll see how that goes. First up, we have Crazy Taxi 2. Now, Daytona, USA, 2001. And the only thing I'll say about these is some of them have rusty staples in the manuals. I'm not sure how that came about. I'm not sure if it's something I should try and replace or if it's even really a big deal. But let me know in the comments down below if that's something that just happens and you deal with it or what. We have a super sweet copy of Dynamite Cop. Echo the Dolphin. EA Sports Track and Field. Evil Dead, Hail to the King. F355 Ferrari. Giga Wing. Super sweet. Happy to get that. Grandia 2. Awesome game. Headhunter. We have Jet Set Radio Future. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Super thrilled to get that. Don't have that for the American console. I've heard it's a lot of fun. I can't wait to try that one out. My very own copy of Le Mans 24 Hour. MSR. NBA Showtime. The Next Tetris. NHL 2K. Pin Pen. Ready to Rumble Boxing, the first one. And then Ready to Rumble Boxing Round 2. Alright, now we have Red Dog, and I think Red Dog was one. Yeah, this is one that had, for some reason, I don't know if you can tell, but the staples are rusted. I don't get it. I don't know. I can't quite put my head around why that had happened. We have Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 3. Or Resident Evil Code Veronica. Happy to knock all the Resident Evils out. Sega Extreme Sports. Sega Rally. Silent Scope. Now, I played Silent Scope on the Xbox with the actual gun that it came with, so I'm quite interested to see how it's going to play with a controller. Super, super excited to get this, or chuffed, as I've learned. That's Skies of Arcadia. For some reason, I always thought they were saying chapped, and just it had a different meaning in the UK. But apparently it is chuffed, and I am such. Then we have Soldier of Fortune. Soul Calibur. Excellent, excellent game. I actually got into Soul Calibur because of the Dreamcast version. Then we have Space Channel 5, Spawn. I've heard this is actually a really good game. I'm definitely interested to check it out. It looks awesome. We'll see how that goes. Spider-Man. I've heard this game because I've played it on the N64 and I've heard it's much better on the Dreamcast. So looking forward to that. We've got a copy of Starlancer, Stunt GP, Tee Off, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Rogue Spear, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, Toy Commander, Vigilante Second Offense. Oh yeah. This was an awesome game. Played it a lot on the N64. Definitely looking forward to checking it out on the old PC. And we're in the home stretch here. So grab all these up. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, Virtual Fighter. What do they call that? 3TB? Oh, the third? I'm not quite sure what that symbol is. Virtual Tennis, Virtua Tennis 2, WWF Royal Rumble, and last but not least, Zombie Revenge. So $550 for all that. I know it's a bit much, but I got it all from a US seller, and getting all of those games in one whack is really, it saves me a lot of time. And I don't know if you've noticed the shelf back here. The shelf used to be the shelf of misfit games, games that maybe needed cleaning, or it was like a box waiting for a game, or vice versa, or it was a pickup that hadn't been shown yet. So you can see I've already put some Dreamcast games here. There's some secret ones back over this way. So this is going to become my Dreamcast shelf. So next time you'll see these up there. And oh, I can't forget, there was one other thing that came with it. And I think it would count as a neat bit of kit to show off. And it is the Sega Dreamcast fighting stick. I didn't have one before. I'm super happy to get this one. I even think it's neat that it's got the memory card slot here. Absolutely looking forward to playing some of the awesome fighting games on the Dreamcast with this. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully I can keep some more blue rings coming. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Hopefully, I know I've got definitely some cool games coming down the way. So please keep watching. Give me the old thumbs up down below. Leave a comment and take care, guys.